It's an honor to have with us the bassist of the Finnish folk progressive death metal band Amorphis. Welcome to BACKdigit, Olli-Pekka Laine. We are here to talk about your latest and truly beautiful album, Borderland. Let's start.
Okay, let's do so. Thank you very much, Monia. It's a pleasure to be here.
The title, Borderland, suggests a space between past and present. Can you tell us what the idea behind the album and what it means for you?
Well, for me, it just basically means another Amorphis album, and the themes are pretty much the same as they've been on several previous albums. They are Pekka Lainen's points of view about the surrounding world and what's happening in the world, and it's a lot about nature as well. And yeah, of course, the songs are like briefly based on a Finnish poem book Kalevala, which we used on Tales from the Thousand Lakes at the first time. So he's writing the lyrics pretty much with the same phrasing as what Kalevala has been doing previously. So that's where we come from, and that's why we wanted to draw those influences to Borderland as well. So maybe I don't personally want to open the lyrics too much myself. I'd like to let the listener have their own chance to make their interpretations about the lyrics. So it's always in the eye of the listener and the viewer, of course. And it's better that way, that they're not explained too much.
And Jakob Hansen is the producer, and his role is very important on this album. What impressed you the most about his way of work in the studio?
Well, it was very natural for us to work with him. It was we operated a little bit more as a band as we used to do. Like with Halo album, it was pretty difficult album to do general wise, because it was COVID time, and we had to do virtually. Jens Fulgren was producing, but we never met him face to face during the process. But now we went to Denmark to Jakob Hansen's studio and recorded the tracks one by one, and we were all there while we tracked the drums, but then we started to do the overdubs for the with our own instruments on top of Snoopy's drums after that. So that was basically the same way that we've done the albums, at least with Queen of Time and Halo. So that's a pretty general way to work for us. And when it comes to Jakob Hansen, I think he gave us much more freedom to play how we do actually, compared to Jens. I liked Jens Fulgren's way of working as well, but he was really strict with his opinions, and he had like some kind of great vision about how it should be. But Jakob let us to play and just directed us as a band without getting too deep to the arrangements, for example, and the tempos and stuff like that. So the songs are pretty much as they are on the demos, which we made in rehearsing space before. So it was really natural and smooth to work with him, and I don't know. I kind of dig his mixing as well. I think the overall sound of the album is really enjoyable. It's easy to listen, and it stands the test of listening. You know, you can listen to it for several times without. I mean, like you can always find new things from the mix, and that's really important thing for me personally.
And all the songs are beautiful for me. It's impossible to choose a song in that album. If Dancing Shadows is the most amazing and catchy song of the album, Bones is the heaviest, and Fog or Tempest are more intimate, and then Despair, wonderful for me, is deeply nostalgic, and there are many emotions and sensation in this album. How do you manage to create all this magic? For me, is magic.
Well, first of all, I think we have really skillful songwriters, Esa and Santeri, and I think all the Amorphis signature tricks have been used on this album. They are like really mellow mid parts and heavy crossing riffs and some oriental scales, and also we are drawing influences from Finnish folk music, and putting all those elements together, it's kind of something where you cannot go wrong if you write an Amorphis song. So that's how I see it, and also the production has a big role in creating music. This would have been totally different kind of album with Jens Bogren, that's for sure. And I don't know, this I think Borderland takes Amorphis a little bit back to somewhere between Eclipse, Skyforger, and maybe even two Anal albums. So it's kind of a patent Amorphis album. It doesn't offer much new, but it's still it's catchy, and I don't see that Amorphis even should try to renew ourselves majorly at this point of the career, and we can do those kind of things in our own projects, for example. So Amorphis is Amorphis, and we have found our own sound, so there's no need to experiment too much. Of course, we are doing it a little bit always, and try to progress to make a better album always. So that's the main point about it. And yeah, we had 24 songs or so, and we chose maybe 12 songs, and out of which 10 or 9 ended up to the album. So it's pretty obvious that the songs are like pretty good because there was so big amount of music, which was, I think all those songs were pretty good from starters, but if you narrow those to more than a half, so should be good, I think.
The cover is in Amorphis music for me is very, very important. The image are beautiful, and they have a big impact for with the fans. And in the Borderland cover is wonder, is beautiful, and in mythologic, in Finnish mythology, the swan is a symbolic creature, and in this album is in the center of the cover. Which is what is the meaning of this imaging, and who realized it?
Well, there is a lot of Finnish mythology, including a cover, talking of a swan, which is kind of a bird of the underworld. It's like a swan of Hades or whatever, swan of Tuonela, and while it's swimming in the lake of Tuonela, it's a certain signal that there is like something to do with the death. So, and also there is this Charon kind of character in the back cover. It's a craftsman of Tuonela, and that's also something which is present when people dies, you know. And of course, as you said, it's about the space between life and death. So, and there's also this living person and someone who came from the other side is meeting on the bridge, and so that's it's hard to explain. It's a story from Finnish mythology. There's lots of elements from that, and since the lyrics deals with those themes, it was pretty natural to bring those themes to the cover as well. So I think it was captured really well. If you think about it, the cover artist comes from Netherlands, and he is drawing some characters from Finnish mythology. I think it's a big success, only in that sense.
And does Borderland represent a turning point in Murphy's artistic journey?
Well, in a way it does, because the previous three albums were done with Jens Bogren, and the cover artist was same, and it's like combined a certain kind of trilogy, Under the Red Cloud, Queen of Time, and Halo, and that chapter ended with Borderland. So it's right now I'm not aware where we are going, but still I think it's a fresh start for a band, and every door is open for us right now. We can do anything we like, and who knows if we continue with the Jacob Hansen or choose to do something totally different. It's hard to say, but yeah, it's you could say it's a turning point in that way for Amorphis right now. But we are right now we are in the beginning of the touring cycle for this album, so there's going to be lots of touring, like maybe 2-3 years touring in a row, so we don't concentrate on new material right now. We just want to tour with this album and bring the music to the people in a live situation.
Italian fans love Amorphis. I must confess that I have a beautiful obsession for your music. I listen your music in my car because I travel for work, and in my house ever. And what do you think about the Italian fans and their affection for you and your music?
Well, I think we toured in Italy first. Was it 1996 or something? We went to at least to Rimini, to the east coast, and
Yeah.
I can't remember. Maybe Milan. But we had 2 or 3 shows in Italy, and it was great experience. It was like enthusiasm. It was in the air. Lots of hardcore fans already then, and it was really exciting to come over there. It was my first time in Italy, not the last. We've been playing there ever since, and I've been there on a vacation in Rome with my family. It was really nice. Lots of beautiful churches and really interesting archaeological stuff, and great food, and great atmosphere, and great weather, and so forth. So it's really nice, and I kind of like Italian music as well. Some great Schlager singers and songwriters comes from Italy, and progressive music bands like Goblin, for example, and Italy has been good always for Amorphis, so I think there's some similarities with the Italian and the Finnish mentalities for some reason. I don't know why, but we made lots of progressive rock music in the 70s as well, and that happened in Italy too. So it's really interesting what happened in both countries. That's the main thing for me.
Thanks so much, Olli, for this interview and for your disponibility and kindness. And I really hope to meet you, maybe in Tuscany, in my city, Pisa. Maybe. I hope one day.
Hopefully.
And have your sign my album, because it would be a dream come true.
Yeah, naturally, Molly. I'd love to do it.
Bye.
Yeah.
And thanks so much again.
Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.